Greetings and welcome to XF. We're back with the Jordan spreader build. We got to do cylinders and just a few last other details. So without further ado, let's go over add spot and then we'll jump right in, shall we? Breaker Prints, your place for custom stickers and custom 3D printed parts. If you like what I do, you just like what he does. He has custom stickers for my mocks and all other careers mocks. So make sure to check them out. www.breakerprints.com. Take a look around. It's perfect for me. And yeah, enjoy that. And let's hi there, rebrickable. Alright, so cylinders. We got quite a bit to do. I mean, most of this I should hopefully be able to recycle questionably. Guess we'll find out how well this goes. So I should be able to recycle most of this. Hopefully. What goes where now? This is one of the forward ones. I think this one's the rearmost one. This is a middle one, which makes this one also a middle one. I don't think I need to import the connection thingy that I had going on before, but I don't think so. I think we can get away with that. Be fine. Oh yeah, I haven't fixed a few things actually. One being these slopey bits. So I should probably just go ahead and fix those right now. I think, do these come in black now? Yes, they do. All right, sweet. Okay, so, all right, that fixes that. All right, sweet. Yeah, these cylinders I more or less don't really much want to touch. And just kind of leave them alone. I need to go find some hoses here. So I just need some small chunks of cut hose. One? Probably too short? No. That is perfectly acceptable, actually. Okay, so that goes there. That is very much inside of there, though. Yeah, alright. Nope, I have to do these. Nope. Wait, no, yeah, I'm gonna have to undo a bunch of this. Alright, Control Z to the max. Yeah, no, that's fine now. Hide this and then just redo this little bit real quick. Because these connection points don't quite work out like how I want them to. Oh well. Okay. Nope, not hide. I want to delete you, please. Thank you. There we go. Alright. And now I just gotta redo these connection points. Oh boy. Some of these need to be on odd connections. That one should be easy. Do I still have the connection points for the bottom one? No. I do need to make sure that these are also kind of working out how they're used to, more or less. I'm even gonna make that a little longer. Slope. I need a curve slope. Just for that extra grip onto there. Dude. Then I think tile modified. I should be able to kind of just use these to work my way around. Honestly, I don't even need to do odd numbers. We already had odd numbers. No, but it would look nicer though. I did jumpers on jumpers. So we wouldn't have any like weird gaps. So I guess that's how that cookie crumbles a little bit. There we go. And then we need another slope. Curved. You, my good sir. There. Done. Grab this one. Plop it into place. Thank you. And, well, I guess it's now or never to figure out where the connection points are for these cylinders. Okay, what do you tell me, Blueprint? Okay. So this cylinder connects right around there-ish, which is that stud? This is longer. Do these not come out as far as they should? Actually, no. That's about correct. I just need to make a few adjustments. Never mind. Alright, we can do that real quick. Adjustment 1, I need to just hinge this literally just downwards. Oh, that's wrong. Direction, I need the red one. There we go. Attach you to there, and now it should more or less... Well, after just a few more finicky adjustments, I should be able to just grab this end. There we go. And bring this on up into position, more or less. Kinda. 180, really? It's that flat? No, it's not. It's most definitely not that flat. Okay. Let's try that again. 182? Yeah, that's pretty close. Finally tuning into a stream again. Been a hot minute, hasn't it, since you have joined us from whatever realm you have been in. Alright, so that cylinder's connected up there. It's good. And what about cylinder number 2 up here? And yeah, we're working on more cylinder madness again, which should hopefully go quicker this time. It's out of town for the weekend and too exhausted to exist at this time of evening. That's fair. Fair and completely understandable. Okay, so technically that connection wants to be right there. Right there. I don't think I can put that connection right there, so we're gonna have to scooch it down, probably. Oh, you know what? I probably should have had this adjusted, the 1x2 plate on the backside here. Yeah. Okay. Hide you. We might have to hide a lot more going on here. Why are you upset? Hitting the stairs, which is kind of a problem. But let's just deal with this one real quick, because this one needs a 1x2. Kind of on the backside here. Plate, 1x2, you there. Okay. So that's in place now. I'm just gonna go ahead and merge a submodel and make that work. Yeah, that cylinder's good now. I gotta make sure that I do it on the opposite side. Articulate this side out. I still haven't put a chain on it. Probably do that real quick too. Getting distracted by so many little things. Yeah. Chain needs to go from there to there. I guess that's simple enough though. Chain, little small link set. You flip around. Back to there, please. Thank you. Try and look natural. Sure? Question mark. Seems supernatural. There. I think I'm screwing with it more than I'm actually helping anything. Actually, okay, that seems good enough. That's good enough. Look kind of natural. Glad you're back though, and glad you're should be rested up. Question mark. Hopefully you are rested up though. Feeling better. Oh, that's not connected. Okay, that's a problem. I might guess that you weren't out of town to go take pictures of some Jordan classes though, up north. More glorious reference material for me. Only a slight bit. Time to spend most of the weekend having glorious sleepy times. If possible. Understand. No. Work probably won't allow it too much. Okay, these stairs, I might have to shrink down to 3 wide? But I can't really do that. Suddenly, no, I don't see any my travels. However, I do have some A-type photos somewhere. Oh, you have more glorious reference material for me hidden away. Locked away in your vaults is even more fun stuff. It looks like I need to double stack those plates. Then we can start building the stairs again, but 3 wide, just so it can avoid the cylinder. You work for a railway, you tend to have railway stuff. I mean, I guess that would allow for the best rail fanning. You can get up close and personal with a lot of the machines. You know what? I might be able to do something kind of silly. I feel like, okay, I need to hide this. Get that out of my way a little bit. There is something merging? Oh no, that's just the back end of that. Sure does, yep. Okay, so I need to move that out of the way. That didn't seem to fix anything really, actually. I'm just going to... Okay, for now, I think I need to connect these 2 pieces, like that. Then the other thing I need to do is basically just build up. So that way it's skinny. Oh, that doesn't work. Hold on. There we go. So that way it's skinny enough that that cylinder can sneak by in there. Just barely. Oh yeah, nope, that's a tight fit. Right on into there. Okay, so this cylinder needs to connect up to here somewhere. Yeah, it's like right there. That is quite the squished fit in here. Okay, that side should be good. So if I rotate this side, then I think we can get things lined up more or less like that. Ta-da! I don't think it's perfectly lined up. Actually, I can tell it's perfectly not lined up. But the less we have to finagle with it, I think the better. I'm going to go ahead and just tile off the under section here. I'll put some hoses and some other nonsense in here later. That also needs a different connection point. I just realized that. Copy, paste. I need these. Copy, paste. Good. Need to put a really short and stout little connection there. There it is. Copy, paste. There we go. Yep. A real little connection in there for what's gonna be. I might have to do something special for that one. Because that one's kind of like a really fat cylinder that sits in there. Tucked away in that area. I have to actually remove some of that tiling that I just put in there, because it might actually be in the way. Welp. Okay, well, I'm gonna ignore that for now. We got 2 cylinders connected up. Just need to get the rear one on and connected. Kind of like right there. Yeah. Okay, so we want at least for the cylinders I can recycle most of this jazz to a certain degree. But I still need some good connections here. Yeah, you there. Thank you. There's probably not a good reason to get rid of that, honestly. Anyways, connect you to there. Trying to think, actually. What is the best manner in which to actually attach this? Don't think there is a great way to attach this. I can think of several ways to attach it, but none are kind of good. This one, then, I think I might have to do a different method of attaching this one in the rear. You know what? Let's undo everything. Go back to how we were. Thank you. We don't need you anymore. We definitely don't need that cab anymore. Yeah, we don't need that cab anymore. That can all go away. But the way I had this set up originally was with the brick round modifieds, and I think we're gonna have to just kind of run with that again, because at least this one in the rear can stick out a little further without, I don't think, interrupting anything too much. Those could be some final words, or what will be a spiral of madness. Let's go ahead and attach you two together. You. Okay, now let's try and deal with you. There we go. Oh, does that cylinder have to be shorter? A little bit. Just a little bit. Basically just gotta take out a one section. I guess these wings on the A-type don't really go out as wide then. Because it comes down right to there. That's all correct. If you're confused about why I'm not doing that platform, because that's for the Roadmaster. It's for a different A-type that has even other different dimensions that I'll have to fool with. Probably off stream, because I think 2 Jordan spreaders on stream is probably enough Jordan spreaders for a while. I'm gonna take executive action and say that this can be connected. This is true. 2 Jordan spreaders is enough Jordan spreaders. We kind of covered our bases more or less. Hopefully. I think we've covered most of the bases, doing an A and a J. It's like 90% of most Jordan spreaders. The Roadmaster and the other one, whatever the other one is called, I forget already, are just basically longer versions of the A, more or less. And then we get into like road specifics, which I don't really want to get into road specifics because there are some ones that have like full body cab where like the entire our old A had raised platforms, and it was probably a Roadmaster. The Roadmaster Type A's. If I have learned anything from my research. Because raised platforms, I think, generally signifies a Roadmaster. Or they could have also modified, I guess, maybe some Type A's. Oh. I'm gonna have to do so much research depending on what scheme and road I'm doing. All that other nonsense. The style you're making is similar to the XCP one from Ottawa Valley has there. Yeah, I'm trying to make kind of like the, not the original A's, which I don't have a blueprint for here. I'll add reference image. I have a blueprint for the original A's, like the really old A's. Here, this one. Like this is the very old A's. Like they didn't have a cab or anything. This is just all open deck on a very short platform. Yeah, 35-foot car. Very short. No frontal plow, just the side stuff. Big old cylinders right there for lifting in. Actually, the one the OVR has is a Roadmaster too. The J-type? Because, like, getting in the nitty-gritties here is not going to be fun for me at all. Oh, there's like a little extra hinge piece for support. Alright, so lastly, of course, okay, I messed up the connection point there. Ah, lovely. Oh, and it's right back there. Awesome. A-type. Ah, okay. Yeah. A-type Roadmaster. So we need to pull that supporting piece out because this cylinder needs to go back here. Right there. Okay, if it's attached like that, I'm trying to think of how I can connect it. I think I know some ways. Use a plate round there. And then I can plate a 1x3. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, let's go ahead and select everything here, hopefully. Ah, it needs to go even back one more. Okay, fine. Shoot down there. Yeah, it needs to go right above this stud, which means this is kind of in the way. Whee! Split, please, because I need an opening to which I can move this back. Another stud. Thank you. Alright, so now that's in the correct position for actually doing stuff. Yay! Oh, you still have a jumper in there? I need to hide this, actually. And I don't think I can do much, yeah, because that cylinder is basically takes up this entire space. I would like to add some kind of support, probably here-ish. It's like right there in the middle-ish, because it should hopefully wedge itself out of the way enough. To not hit a support here. Copy, paste. There we go. And paste one more, a little plate there. There we go. That helps support the cab, kinda. Alright, now for the fun things, which is building this cylinder out. You know what, I'm just gonna grab all new parts so that they're actually like squared up. Round. And then now I should be able to copy and paste things. Technically this should be almost like a 2x2 cylinder. It is such a like a fat cylinder. I'm wondering, I shouldn't connect it off of there like that instead. Thing is that doesn't give me like good rotational as compared to like that angle. That angle gives me way better rotational direction. I mean, look at that cylinder in there. I think that is like 2x2, roughly. Really close to it. Need more like hoses or parts that are like in between 1x1 and 2x2. Because we have the tires, the hoses are kind of the best thing. That's about it. I guess we can go skinny cylinder, because some of these did have a skinny cylinder here. And I'm not sure actually how to like pull this in. That's kind of like the biggest thing, is I don't actually know how to like pull this in to allow for better rotational connection. Yeah, I think we're just kind of stuck. Mind is going through so many possibilities, but I don't think I have a good one. Or to fit 2x2 underneath, like it should actually probably be, should be more like this cylinder up here. Little that piece right here. Not really a good way we could skinny it up. I mean, there's probably a little ways that we could skinny it up just a little bit. How much space do I have? Okay, I have a little bit of space to work with. I had a whole bunch of photos of spreaders I took in our shops, but I've lost them in the abyss of folders I have on hard drives. Ah, that's understandable. It's 2. Maybe I should go to 1.5 hose. Wrong style of A-type. The Roadmaster. I mean, I guess if I ever need to do a Roadmaster for your road, it'll work. .5, here we go. You want to connect in weird ways because of weirdness. There we go. .5 studs. Okay, so we've managed to shrink it in about a half stud on either side. Does that allow me to do 2x2? Just big blue for the ONR for me. Spam your messages with what I have saved. Ah, that's why my phone is going a little haywire. That explains it. Oh. Okay, so these tiles can't be there. They're literally too big. Okay, tile. I'm just gonna put a 1x2 tile in the middle there. Back here. There we go. And that can also be black. Oop. And with the hose, black. There we go. So all hide you. It's just really got to build up this thick cylinder. I'm guessing this is the one that's doing the most pushing because it's so large. See, that needs to go to attach about there-ish, which is what, in terms of side profile of the blade. That is right above that connection. Right there. Wonder if we can even do that. Might not be able to do that. Okay, so that's more or less the full cylinder right there. It's just that chunk. Question is, can I even rotate that upwards? Okay, time to hide that. This cylinder is going to be interesting. Try it. Line. Grab all that, copy, paste. We are having weird connections already. Cool. You don't want to really go down inside of there. I can see that. Oh, there we go. Where is that sitting? That is sitting on that turntable. This needs to rotate upwards, though. To right there. What all is that hitting now? That has to sit like that. Yeah. Yeah, I thought it might hit all, like, just everything. Is it hitting the... No, it is just sitting against that door. So at least for the door, we could have it out, like angled outward slightly, which would provide us with some kind of more room. Barely any room. Questionable amounts of room. Hide you. Okay, so what all is there? It's literally got to be a 1x1 there. Probably a plate round 1x1. And I'm gonna have to cut some holes into the cab in order to get that cylinder to work. The underframing probably needs a rework as well. Oh boy. This ain't gonna be fun. This blueprint needs to move out of the way. Hinge. We still aren't aligned. I wonder why it needs to attach up there. All places. Yeah, that's the limits. That is literally the limits. This bar cannot move further back. I mean, it could, but just like barely. Hinge. I think. Okay, yeah, no, it's kind of colliding. But I do think that this door just needs to be without the chain, ever so slightly hinged out. Is this the correct hinge point? Because we're getting like a zillion different hinge points here. Only 2 degrees? Yeah, 2 degrees is good enough. Messes up all my cylinders, which I need to realign. Lovely. But at least it's not too difficult to deal with. Get that kind of reaffixed. Hinge, please. About 2 degrees, please. That's like more like 3 degrees, but sure. You're like weirdly like don't want to be aligned. Does one need like less of a degree? Almost needs to be just like 1. Yeah, a little bit. 50? Huh, that looks like that's realigned itself nicely. Okay, what about the fat cylinder here? The weird thing is like, with what I at least think I know about mechanics, I won't say I'm an expert, having this cylinder connect so close to the hinge, like, that puts, I guess it locks it when it's out, but like, man, that takes a lot of force to get that out there. The hinge point's just so close together. guess that's why it's such another reason why it's such a big cylinder sitting there. But there we go. I believe, without further ado, that cylinder should be there. All the other cylinders should be good. So now we have the fun task of this side and all of its nonsense of being out. So take this, hinge out about, okay, that 180. You need to see this 45 right about there. Go ahead and close this gate back up. And then we have the fun job of actually going about and attaching all the cylinders. I guess there's some other adjustments we need to make. Then we just need to make the handrails and the little air tank thing in the back that stands vertically. The older style ones, it's vertical instead of laying down flat. You can't see it here. It's not like that. It's more vertical. That's all good. All right. Yeah, that's not connected. That's fine. This is connected. Edit. Actually, I don't have the base plate down. That is a problem. So we already know from the previous one, it's angles. Which is like 4 studs from the top of the rails. Right there. Alright, 4 studs from the top of the rails. I need a base plate. Here we go. 32 by 32, that would be perfect. Raise that up. And then we have our nice kind of like limits for the angles we did on the previous Jordan spreader. There we go. Awesome. Now to edit this bit. So, what? Who's the what now? No, I'm not even in the submodel. There we go. Disconnect to you. That's not even light bluish gray. That's a kind of a problem. I need to make sure I change the color on the other side before I forget, which I most definitely will forget. A hinge. Bring this on down. Yeah, that's probably right where it needs to sit. At 170 degrees? No, 170 degrees is merging. Yeah, no. $72? 172 looks like it's it. And then hinge this guy down flat. And that's in the ground. Okay. That's not where that's supposed to be. Why is my hinge tool weird? Okay. Fine, 175. Okay, that seems like that's more where it needs to be. 90. Yep, that's close enough. Now to manipulate all these cylinders to actually look like they're actually doing what they're supposed to be doing. You're attached. Why are you acting like you're not attached to this? Oh, nice. So this cylinder is actually longer than it's supposed to be. That's actually a good thing. Of course, I have to select these 2 other pieces just to be able to hinge it all together as one. Okay. That's all solved. This also should be technically light bluish gray. So there's like a few pieces on this side, hide you, that are wrong. You, light bluish gray. And I'm just gonna hide you and light bluish gray. I'm gonna rehide the blueprint. Okay, now the fun task. Aligning all these. Right round, you go there. Go ahead and actually just merge in a submodel. Thank you. I don't think I have it that happening on the other side. You're not technically part of the submodel. Yeah, merge into it. Thank you. Okay, you hinge outwards. Still not aligned. That's more or less aligned. Okay, that needs to go down just a little bit. A little too tall. Yeah, there we go. Finally. Finally! I should be able to... Okay. There we go. Okay. One cylinder is properly attached. Where do you go? You go up top there. That's actually technically not where you're supposed to go. But, hey. I think we want to keep kind of longer cylinders here on this guy. Okay, first things first, you rotate there. You rotate more outwards. More outwards, actually. Up there. Come on, down a little bit, right about there. Perfect. Oh, you know, I always think my alignment is so well until I actually try and place parts to match it up. Then I know how horribly off it is. Are you acting like you're connected? You're acting like you're connected. Why? You're not even connected. Stop. Stop that nonsense. Why are you acting weird? Stop it. Thank you. Oh, and you're acting like you're actually not connected to that, like, function properly? Thank you. My goodness, is that so hard to ask? Okay, those are still not technically attached. All right. It's gonna take even more adjustment to try and get this anywhere close. Okay, we're closer, technically. We just need to lessen up the angle. Ah, okay. Good enough. 2 cylinders down, 2 more to go, and that's the inner ones, which are a little more complicated. Yes, yes, it is. Yep, it always is more complicated than it needs to be. Joyous fun. Okay. Black. Merge into submodel. Okay, so you... go over a little bit, right about there. And rotate upwards slightly. Okay. That actually might be relatively close to the alignment. It's close enough to call it good. That one was a little bit less painful. And I believe that the second one is right above the first one. Yes, that is correct. That actually makes me just want to delete all of... No, I can't delete all that nonsense. Because they're 2 different cylinders. They're 2 different cylinders with technically 2 different angles of attack. And this one is missing its stud, which I hope isn't buried in this. No, it's not. Okay, so it's just actually missing its plate round with clip. Okay. It's good that we have those plate rounds with clips now. That it's me not wanting to do the Jordan spreaders because I kind of was feeling like not really wanting to because I knew they were going to be kind of hard, has made it so that it's actually easier because certain parts have been released and make my job easier. Doing all this nonsense without those parts would have been a whole lot more difficult. See, kids, this is what being lazy gets you. Look at how well they turned out. So the answer to everything is sheer laziness and just wanting to put certain things off as long as you possibly can. That is such a terrible message. That kid stay in school. Yeah, please. Please do. Oh, actually, you know what? I'm just going to call that good enough. It's good enough. Alright, so now that that's on there, we just need railing here. I think will just be easy to do. Okay, I need the blueprint again. Hello. Or I don't need the blueprint. Do I have any good images of the railing? Not really. But we'll do our best. Yeah, even when I say that, it's kind of looking at this. Yeah, my Procrastinators Club meeting was postponed until further notice. Oh, it's funny. It's a joke in and of itself. I'd rather this railing not be attached by one stud, but I don't think I really have much of an option. Because there's so much other stuff that's just in the way. Oh, come on. Attach, please. Thank you. Hose, 3mm. I don't think the railing goes up. I guess it does technically go up, but we can work out some other stuff for that. So what do I need? I need 13 long. 13 long does kind of look like that's correct. At there. I need to put another one kind of this location somewhere. Hope it's not in the way of the cylinders. Gotta put it right there. Black, get rid of that. Copy and mirror, put it on the other side. Okay, yeah, it is in the way of the cylinders. Perfect. Okay, well. We'll just try and move it till it's not in the way of the cylinder, which is roughly right about there. Sweet. Okay. Then for the angled bits, where do those land? Kind of at the bottom of the window? So, here-ish. I just need Monkey Kid bar piece, I think. Perfect for doing an extended bit of railing there. Bring that down to about there. It's good. Split, delete, copy, paste. This one I'll just go ahead and merge. This one also can just merge. Copy mirror, action tool, and plop. Alright, sweet. That. Not a whole lot happening up front. I guess even there is some railing up front that I need to add. Not a whole lot, but there is a little bit, and a little bit is enough of it. Okay, so this railing up here needs to hinge, kind of be at like a 45-ish. There, that's like 45-ish. That is not a 45-ish, that's a little bit more than a 45-ish. I guess the front plow is a little bit more than a 45-ish then. Ah, dang. doesn't quite fit. That's fine. I can do some sneaky shenanigans here by just rotating the base. Then rotating this one. At the bottom, please. Thank you. There we go. Needs to be longer, though. 6 long? .6 long. That's close enough. Give me this, please. Okay, yep, that's actually almost perfect because that railing does basically ends right before. That's what she said. Of course, those jokes are here. Alright. It's good enough. Delete that. Select all of this. Copy and mirror. Attach it to the other side. Perfect. Okay, so we have our railing up front. We have our railing in back. We have our main supports. All that jazz. Okay, so the only thing we're missing is the vertical cylinder in the back, which we only did a 2x2, right? For the bottom? Yeah. So, I guess without further ado, just literally take most of this from the old thing, and we just gotta attach it in the rear. 1x4. There we go. It is quite a bit bigger, though. Taller, I should say. That. I think that more or less finishes things up, right? Are we missing anything? Hoses come out from there. I think we can kind of fudge that. Thinking here. Which is a dangerous thing. Actually, you know what? Just put all that back. Thank you. Just use tiles, honestly. Top modified with the clip. You guys right there, and then mix sausages. Go on to those. Yeah. Kind of more or less like that. I guess a little more closer together. Like horns at this point now. There we go. Sure, we'll accept that. I think I need to move. I can't really extend that coupler out anymore, though. Dogs and whips. Actually, you know what? There's even probably a better solution for this, and that is just antennas. Yeah, it's a little bit less obnoxious in size. Okay, we're gonna call that good then. The rest of this can all go away, so we don't need it. But I think, without further ado, as far as I can tell, our Type A is now finished. We have a complete Type A. There's ever so slightly, it's just some interior detail with just the stands. But yeah, I think we have a finished Type A. Sweet. Okay, file, save. I guess that just means render time. And then I want to get the Type A and the Type J next to each other, just for funsies. Without further ado, render time, me boys. Looks good, buddy. I missed 90% of the build. Yeah, you missed some of the stress out parts, mostly. So, like, the blades were kind of an annoyance because they're ever so slightly different, and because the Roadmaster Type A and the other Type A, whatever the other one version is, both are slightly different sizes. That means that the blades on them are also going to be slightly different sizes, which messes up with the cylinders, and more procrastination is probably going to happen. I'm at least going to do roads for these or whatever. Like the Roadmaster and stuff might take a hot minute. I mean, I still got to do Dash 9 shenanigans. It's probably something I should circle around to. Been so caught up with custom commissions. Nope, wow, I am not on the ball. I need to change my sources over to the screen so you guys can actually watch it render out. As long as I can build my big blue jay, I'll be happy. Yeah, I will. Just trying to think, because I should probably be focusing on the Dash 9s first, and then come back around to the J's, since the J's are under, at least the Type J. The Type A won't be under test build, but the J will be under test build. To hopefully guarantee its structural integrity. Ah, blockheads, welcome. Hi, you're looks that watch a bit light. The party. Has Rebel started yet? I have sent him some of the files, and I think he's gathering parts at the moment and kind of trying to figure out what he needs to do. So that's kind of roughly all the update I have in accordance to that. I still need to whip together some quick instructions for him. I should probably be doing that this weekend. Voice chat with some acquaintances. Ah, nice. Alright, now the Type J. Come here, my good friend. Create a submodel, copy, back to the A. There we go, the A's and the J. You know what? Copy mirror. Oh, stop doing weird connection things. You're not connecting together. Stop it. Stop it. Bad. Bad Type J. Yeah. There we go. They're not the same plane of height, but I think there's some submodel shenanigans going on here. And right about there, actually, probably is good enough. There we go. The older Type A and the newer Type J. Kind of interesting to see their differences. Why does the Type A look like a boat, though? I guess it's probably because of its frontal plow, and also this one actually has a frontal cab. This one just has the central cab section. Actually, now that I think about this, the Type A doesn't have a generator. Actually, no, I think the generator's inside this cab. Or like somewhere around there. Instead of being way out the rear. Anyways, render time. Yes, that looks good. Alright, render. Let's go. Jordan's prototype 2. Sure, let's go. Render. A little bit of a shorter stream today due to just kind of finishing things out. I really thought it was going to take a long time to do the cylinders, but I guess once your cylinders are kind of already made, it's pretty easy to transfer between the two. So on the Type J, it took us like an entire stream to do the cylinders. It's like an hour, hour and a half, something like that. No, it was longer than that. It was like an hour 45 minutes or something like that to do the cylinders for the J type. I guess it saves time when you don't have to rebuild them. Two very beautiful spreaders. Slowly running in. By the way, do you think you'll be available tomorrow, Sunday, to play some ATS? Yeah, I should be able to. I don't feel absolutely baked out of my mind from being like exhausted. For once. Which is a good thing. I think my body's kind of normalizing to having to get up early in the morning to give meds to the cat. Just need to wake up earlier? I do, but like, I wake up and like, at least like last week and stuff, like, I'll wake up and I was just absolutely cooked. I was barely alive for being able to give meds to the cat. So dead tired. Like, I think it was Friday or something like that, where I got up, gave meds to the cat, and basically just instantly crashed out the couch and had my phone alarm wake me up for stream. Like one of those days. Body was not okay with waking up at too early in the morning. I think now it's kind of adjusted a bit. So it's a little bit more fine with it. Your available is like 6 p.m. Yeah, I think I like just... I think even Saturday, I think I toasted out pretty hard. Gave meds to the cats and just toasted out. Anyways, photo... Image, browse, that's not a J class. We want the... spreader. Let's do the two at once and then we'll look at the A alone. Well, yeah, we got two Jordan spreaders, which means I gotta get to instructions to them probably soonish. Well, I definitely need to get instructions to the J type soonish for Revel. Also, that case is really cute. Yeah, it's adorable little tractor. Adorable little Puma. Still got to do the Magnum next, and then got to do the Lamborghini R8 as well. Farming tractor wise. Alright, now let's switch over to the Type A, and then there we go. Glorious little Type A. I think it's good. I like them both. I definitely am happy that I waited in some regards, just because we have those plate rounds with clips that are kind of a godsend for this build. Because I think I've used... Wait, hold on. Let's just go back over to the studio for a second. Between the two, model info, there's definitely some corrections I probably need to do to colors. Price, no, quantity. Used 74 of those plate round with clips. Just to message you tomorrow when I'm available then. Yeah, it sounds good. It is definitely a must purchase. Well, why not get the both? The the whole grandpappy of the Type A, and then you get you get the Type J. 74 is crazy. Yeah, and that's divided between two of them. So, what does my calculator have to say about that? Okay, 74 divided by 2 is 37 each. Both of them, each of them are using 37. So, yeah, it's a good amount of those because they're kind of necessary, especially for doing a lot of the cylinder stuff. Without it, the cylinders would have been a lot more painful. Good, but modeling my company who needs some changes. You know, never know. Maybe your company has a secret A in the bushes that it's kind of been forgotten. Sourcing 37 is going to be a pain. It's a good thing that they're becoming a lot more common, like very fast. I think in there's like a small Minecraft villager set, has like 4 of them or something like that. In black too, which is exactly what you need for this. So like, they're becoming quite available fairly quickly. So like, you know what? No. Am I on screen mode? No, I'm in rebrickable mode. That's fine. I'm just gonna check rebrickable. What does rebrickable have to say about highest quantity for these? I mean, I sent you the photos of our only surviving one. Ah, yeah, the Roadmaster. Like 15. Yeah, so it's gonna be a little crazy to get them, but they're definitely still coming in. Yeah, if you're not afraid to order overseas, though, a lot of people overseas has one. Oh, I guess good news for people in Australia. There's a Schmick Bricks has it for 106 of them. USA. No, there's Turtle Bricks in the USA right there, has 100 for 90 cents a piece, which is kind of expensive, but yeah, that should go down. Lego pad wall, yeah, I would expect the Lego pad wall to probably get these relatively quick. Because, at least from my point of view, the Lego pad wall has been on the ball about getting relatively new parts onto there. 99% of my parts ordered come directly from Lego. Is the plate round with clip even on the Lego pick a brick? I gotta check that now real quick. Lego shop, bricks and pieces. Oh, it is. How much is it on there? At least for you in Monopoly money. Because it'd probably be cheaper just to order a bulk amount of them. Piece type, Lego, category, plates. Modified. Oh. What is the Lego ID for these things? Oh wait, no, I can actually check that through the Bricklinks. Huh, I can check that through Bricklink what the Lego ID is for this guy here. What is the Lego ID? Is it just the same number? I guess it is the same number. Sometimes it's different. 5264. I don't know if I can see. 5264. That is all sets. That is not what I wanted to do. I meant to search and pick a brick. There we go. 264. 11 cents, which is a steal compared to Bricklink. That is a steal. 11 cents. That is wild. Okay, so recommendation to everyone who ever watches this stream: go and just bulk order those clips from Lego. Because 11 cents is like a fraction of what some of those people were selling them for on Bricklink. So, yeah. Told you, Lamau. Yeah, when you're doing bulk order purchases, Lego.com can definitely sometimes be better than Bricklink. And in this case, this is a very clear example of better just to order bulk off of Lego. Order probably a good 100 or so. Be set for life. Isn't a max part count on them either. Even if it says it doesn't say max part count, I think the max part count is still like 99. I want to say, at least from what I've heard. Yeah, 99. Okay, save. You don't need to be saved because you were just submodeled. Anyways, it's been fun chilling with you guys. It's been fun working on this. I'm gonna go work on other stuff for other customers. And yeah, we'll go ahead and end here. Actually, I should probably eat lunch and then work. Yeah. That would probably be wiser. I may be just bulk ordering some parts from Lego here soon. It's good. Basic bricks is normally fine to just get off of Bricklink, but like specialty stuff like this is definitely better. Anyways, without further ado, because I like blabbering on and talking with you guys, it's fun. Right on, that was a fun stream series. It was fun. It was good. So, yeah. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day / evening, depending where you're on the world. And I hope you enjoy your weekend. So, yeah. You're getting instructions for your mocks? Well, there's a weekend right here. Perfect opportunity. Anyways, see you all later, and yeah, take care. Bye-bye.